Right now, a bizarre drive-by shooting with a paintball gun and a real gun injures two. And the details on a new draft of medical marijuana rules. And another hot day ahead, but parts of the state could see some storms. Cassie Hyder has your weekend forecast.
On the scene, on the story, News 9 starts now.
Good morning and thanks for joining us this Saturday, July 28th. I'm Chris Gilmore and we have a weekend update for weather with Cassie.
Hi there, Chris. Yeah, we were watching these storms late last night. They were coming in out of Colorado and Kansas. They moved into northwest Oklahoma. They were severe initially, but they weakened pretty fast as they moved a little bit farther to the south and east. So Next Gen Live still showing we do have some light rain, especially there in north central Oklahoma, basically over parts of Grant, Garfield County. Fairly light. It's starting to try to pick up right now over Medford and along Highway 60 there headed towards Lamont. We're going to keep an eye on that here in the metro. It's pretty quiet. We do have a couple of showers now showing up in parts of Pottawatomie County. Those are also moving off to the east, and some stronger storms right now trying to move out of Jackson and Tillman counties. But no hail associated with that, just a little loud from time to time. This is our Chickasha camera, part of our air covered sky cam network. It is a really nice sunrise. It's 75 degrees and we have a pretty light wind coming in out of the northeast. As we go throughout the day today, I think we will struggle to make it to about 90 degrees, but the potential is still certainly there with a slight chance of isolated showers and storms later this afternoon, kind of redeveloping. We actually have several storm chances in our forecast, and some of those do have the potential of being severe. We're going to talk about the timing and location with those storms coming up. And we also have a big time cold front. Temperatures are really going to be a lot different by the time we get into early next week. We're going to talk about how far temperatures are expected to fall behind this cold front coming up in just a little bit. Chris.
Thank you, Cassie. We begin with breaking news. A bizarre drive-by shooting leaves two injured near Blackwelder and Linwood. Police say a woman was shot with a paintball gun and a man was shot in the leg with an actual gun early this morning. The male victim was transported to the hospital with non-life-threatening injuries. Police have not identified the suspects or victims yet. They say this appears to be random. A wild chase into the metro last night. The suspect's car involved was rolled over on its side near Southwest 29th and Lynn. Police say they'd been chasing him in a nearby neighborhood. They were stopping that suspect on a warrant. They ended the chase when speeds reached 70 miles an hour. Now they say the suspect ran a stop sign and collided with a truck. That truck driver suffered minor injuries. The suspect wasn't hurt and was arrested. A Metro family says they never got to say goodbye to a loved one killed in a hit and run and more. The victim was 30-year-old Travis Wetherell, who later died at the hospital. News 9's Bonnie Campo talked to the victim's family, who says they have no way to pay for the funeral.
I mean, it feels like noon.
Bonnie Campo, News 9.
The passenger that was in the car with Brown has not been arrested. A GoFundMe link has been set up, and you can find that link to help the family on the News 9 app. Moving on, a man accused of holding a knife at a Family Dollar store employee's throat has been charged after turning himself in. Police say Davante Stearns admitted to the crime and gave some of the money back he'd taken from a safe. And caught on camera, a CBD store robbery. The suspect taking no cannabinoid products. Surveillance video shows, though, the man smashing the front door of CBD World near Northwest Expressway and 63rd. The alarm apparently scared him. Employees believe the man may have just been looking for money. Police are asking for help in identifying him. Call Crime Stoppers if you have any information. And a new draft of emergency rules for medical marijuana scraps some of the criticized provisions. Under the new regulations, smokables are no longer banned. A pharmacist is not required. There are no limitations on THC content, and pregnancy testing is not required. These rules also allow dispensaries to sell seedlings and mature plants. They can also sell more than just medical marijuana and medical marijuana products. The appearance of packaging also is no longer limited.
We have to provide clarity to these local governments, to business people, to the patients, to the physicians. There's so many different issues that require more clarity.
A legislative committee is meeting weekly to discuss medical marijuana. Well, plans for the nation's largest wind farm in the Panhandle have been canceled. The project needed Oklahoma and 4 neighboring states to give the green light. But the Windcatcher project was dealt a final blow yesterday when Texas turned it down. Landowners had also voiced concern over the routing of a power line to Tulsa. The Department of Corrections is making some changes after 4 inmates escaped from a Muskogee County prison. All inmates at the Just Done Correctional Center now wear orange uniforms instead of gray. There's more security around the fence. They've also made the siren louder for when an inmate walks away. Just Done is a minimum security prison. And today, Oklahoma City Animal Welfare is offering free adoptions. As we reported earlier this week, the shelter is over capacity. There are more than 600 homeless pets, but the facility is only meant to hold 450. Animal Welfare will be open from noon to 5:30. Good morning, Oklahoma. Thanks for joining us. We have a special treat for you in the house today. We're joined by Tara Carr, the marketing manager for the National Cowboy and Western Heritage Museum's National Day of the Cowboy celebration. You're the marketing manager for the museum, and you're telling me it's going to be an exciting weekend honoring the National Day of the Cowboy. What is that?
So just like any other national day, you have National Donut Day, you have National Wrestling Day. I mean, it's literally National Day of the Cowboy. So it's a nationwide celebration where we just celebrate our Western heritage. Kids and families get to come in, they wear their little cowboy boots and their cowboy hats, and there's fun activities at the museum. So it's always a fun day.
For Oklahomans, it seems obvious, but Oklahoma has a very clear tie to cowboys.
Yes, absolutely. Obviously, our museum really tells the story as it unfolds across the West. So I feel like our museum truly is Oklahoma in all of its glory. So we just hope that people near and far come out to see what the Cowboy is all about today.
What special programming do you have this weekend?
So today is actually National Day of the Cowboy. So at 10:30 we've got a play. We're partnering with the Oklahoma Children's Theater, and we're hosting the Pecos Bill and the Ghost Stampede play. And so that's just a really fun, action-packed play that kids and families can enjoy. And then a curator from the Farmington Museum in New Mexico is going to come and lead a tour through our cowboy galleries.
And what notable cowboys and girls are going to be highlighted?
So Pecos Bill is actually a very famous cowboy. So the play is all about him and his story, and I think that'll be a fun lesson to learn.
Any exciting tidbits or sneak peeks we can get? Or
well, all I know
information?
is that there is the world's largest prairie dog is in this play, so you'll have to come out and see it for yourself.
If you weren't going for anything else, go for the world's largest prairie
exactly.
dog. Okay, anything else other than the play? Or the museum itself is a marvel to Oklahoma.
Yeah, absolutely. I would say if you come to the play, make sure you stay after. You can't possibly see the whole museum in 1 or 2 hours, so leave some time to explore the galleries and run around and just get some energy out and explore.
Now, is this what are the ticketing options available for this?
So it's just free with museum admission. So it's $12.50 for adults, it's $5.75 for children 6 through 12, and it's free for children 5 and under. So it's a really inexpensive way to go out with the family.
Okay, so museum's open all weekend. Huh?
Yeah, absolutely. We'll be there. So we hope everyone comes out and sees us.
Well, thank you so much. National Day of the Cowboy. Can I get a yeehaw, or is that too much?
Oh, man. Yeehaw!
There we go. All right, well, still to come on News 9. Cassie has a check on your full forecast. Stay with us.
Might stretch after early next week as well.
Looks good to me. Why not?
Yeah, no, we definitely need the rain. I think we're going to get that by Sunday night.
Yeah, not necessarily the torrential downpours, but the spread out.
Yes,
Light sprinkle
widespread.
here and there, huh?
Exactly.
Leave it to the experts here. But last night's blood moon solar eclipse was the longest this century. The so-called blood moon turns a deep red, was visible at different times in Australia, Africa, Asia, Europe, and South America. When the sun, earth, and moon line up perfectly, Earth's shadow was cast on the moon. The total eclipse lasted 1 hour and 43 minutes. Wow, would have been a great time to watch Thriller.
Yes, that is true. That is
Yeah.
something I did not think about, but I'm glad you are thinking about that.
I've had a lot of time to think about this.
You have. That's so funny.
Still to come, America's economy is growing at its fastest pace in years, what the president says. But first, a local football team is close to winning a title in their first year of existence. That's next in sports.